Well, it's official. I'm giving up on my hydroponic indoor garden. This is a tough decision for me because I have dedicated so much time and effort to my hydroponics over the last couple of months, but I've come across a problem that I don't think has an easy solution other than completely starting over. So I've been documenting my hydroponic journey over the past 10 weeks, trying to recreate the success that I had 4 years ago with hydroponics, using different systems like the mason jars or the deep water culture. I've even upgraded to some professional equipment, trying to get the best hydroponic growth that I can. So this time around, I've had a lot of different challenges, including aphids, underfeeding, pH imbalance, going on vacation, but by far my most pervasive problem is root rot. Now I've read and done research to try to treat this problem. I've soaked my plants in hydrogen peroxide solutions. I even went through my hydroponic tub that was under the grow lamp, completely disinfected it last week, took everything out, refilled it, treated all my plants, but the problem still came back. And now I'm seeing it in my other systems. So I feel like it's a battle that I can't win. But some of these plants have really grown and I'm not ready to throw them in the compost pile, even though they're starting to get some brown on the roots. So I'm going to try one more thing, and that is to put them into soil. It's definitely too early to plant outside, but I think I have a temporary solution that's going to work until the greenhouse is ready. So I'm going to bid farewell to my hydroponics for now and transition over to soil, and let's see if we can't make these plants survive. Okay, I know I'm outside and it's a little early to throw things in the garden in April, especially for us because our frost date is still practically 2 months away. But I have an alternative I think is going to work, because behind me, the greenhouse, still not quite ready. We need another couple good weekends to put the door in and put the panels on, and it's just not fully in operation yet. So my backup plan is to make a portable garden, and I'm doing that with the help of GardenSoxx. I don't know if you guys have heard of this product yet, but I think it's super innovative. It's basically a way you can garden without having a garden. You don't need to rototill your yard. You don't need to build raised garden beds or buy a greenhouse. You can basically garden using these mesh socks and create a portable garden. This is how they work. It's basically this stretchy mesh, and because of the design, it's super well aerated and it has really good drainage. So you can do soil or compost. You can even do 100% compost in these because of the aeration and the drainage. When you get your kit, it comes in a tube like this, and actually going to help you fill it. Inside is going to be your GardenSoxx, and you can cut whatever length that you want. A lot of people do 2-foot lengths or 4-foot lengths, and some kits come with irrigation systems, so you can have irrigation tape and put that inside your socks as well. Now today I'm not going to use the irrigation tape because I'm going to wait till the greenhouse is up before I do the irrigation, until I get my final layout. But for now, I want to do a portable system. I'm going to cut my socks, put them in one of these trays so I can bring them inside when it's at risk of freezing and frost. Once you have your sock cut, you're going to want to tie off the end. You could tie a knot, but another way you can do it is by using a zip tie, and that will waste less of your sock space. Now the tube is really handy for putting your sock in it and filling it up with the dirt, because you can fold it right over the edge. Now I'm using a 50-50 mix of compost and soil. I'm going to put this right in there. I'm excited about using the compost from my home kitchen composter as well. So I look like I put a lot in, but I still have a lot of room to go. Got it to the top. I'm going to tie it off with another zip tie. Pull it out of the tube. Okay, and what's next is cutting holes for your plants. Now with a 2-foot length, for plants like this, medium feeders like beans and peas, probably 4 plants per sock is appropriate. You can look up on their website to see what their recommendations are. And then you just snip a little hole and you can pop your plant right in. Now, the cool thing about these plants is that they're already in there. They're still in their little seed pods, so I'm just going to throw the whole thing in there. And I can pop the sock right over it. A couple more. I keep going with the beans. And maybe I'll do another sock for the peas. One of my peas is already attached to the green bean. Okay. And one more green bean right here. So yeah, I'm excited for this experiment. Fingers crossed that the hydroponic plants are somehow able to take in the soil and escape the root rot problem. I don't know. It's just a big chance, but you know what? Might as well take it. And worst case scenario, if they don't survive being transplanted into soil, well, I've got the whole summer ahead of me for growing in the greenhouse. And I'm definitely going to be using GardenSoxx when we get started in the greenhouse because it's going to take a while to build raised beds and design the entire interior. And I don't want to wait on the gardening. So I'm definitely using GardenSoxx going forward this year in the greenhouse. I'd love to hear your stories on transplanting hydroponics into soil, if that's something you've ever tried. I have more experience growing in soil than I do growing in hydroponic gardens. So fingers crossed that this is something I can keep going if there's enough good integrity left in the roots to keep these plants alive. So gonna water them, gonna keep them outside and bring them inside at night because I think it's getting down to some freezing temperatures. But yeah, stay tuned. I'll show you in a couple weeks how the plants are doing.